Sometimes it's really hard to know whether it's mind, body or soul that is letting you down when you've got a big challenge coming up. You know, am I been feeling sick because I'm actually subconsciously been removing myself from the challenge, or am I genuinely sick because my body's being pushed to the edge of what I can do? Sometimes then you try and do a make-up workout to really decide, you know, which is which. And if you have got out of bed and you have accepted the challenge, then sometimes maybe you have to give yourself a little bit of leeway and say, well, maybe the workout I did miss was legitimate because I was sick enough not to do it. It's that balancing act of when you're taking on a goal, you're taking on a challenge, you are going to feel some fear, anxiety, some uncertainty, and sometimes your mind will play some tricks with you. But in the long run, it's not so much did you avoid on the day, did you make a legitimate decision, it's how you respond to the next day. Do you lean back in, or do you use that moment to quit and give up? Sometimes we put too much emphasis on a moment of stepping back or perceived failure, and I think that's written our complete story. And yet it's only a small moment in time. What matters is what you do next. So if what you do next is lean back in and do your best that time, then no, it's not a failure. So here we go. A little bit of a make-up run for the one missed yesterday when I was feeling too dreadful. And we just see how it goes. It's a beautiful morning. Air is cool after a really stinking hot yesterday. So let's do it. Not quite sure why I put my glasses on this morning, but there you are. Have it on. So it's not really going to be bright enough because it's the beginning of the day, but anyway, here we are. It's interesting what you do sometimes out of habit. The lungs are feeling decidedly better than they did the other day, so that's a good start. Let's see how we go. Now what I should have done was actually change over to my new shoes. I've certainly noticed, because my body has got stronger, before that everything hurt all the time, and it took quite a while before that wasn't the case, but now obviously things are going to hurt. However, nowadays if I'm getting some left knee pain and then sometimes referred pain into my right hip on a consistent basis, especially early in the run, I know the shoes are needing to be changed because I scuff them a little unevenly. And even though it doesn't look sometimes like a big wear and tear, it certainly makes a huge difference to me. So how gorgeous is this sunrise starting to be? So a little thing, instead of, you know, those times we always sometimes think we have to push through the pain, and that's very true in a lot of things, but in this I know it's actually the pain of my shoes needing to be, switched out. And it takes us a little bit sometimes to know those differences and recognize them and not think of them as, I must be stronger and keep pushing. This is definitely one of those times where actually recognize what it is and then do something about it. Nice cute little dam, some ducks that have landed. Off we go. It's always good to see bird life and wildlife as you run around. It makes you feel that the country around you is quite healthy. So here's a question. Are you ever disappointed when you actually go for that run early on, where you actually go, the struggle to get out of bed, the struggle to keep yourself accountable, and then you do decide to go for that run? Are you ever disappointed by that early morning run of just being outside? Do you find, even if the run itself wasn't your best, being up at this time of the day, makes so many things, that wasn't so bad. That was better than the other way around. Because sometimes you don't know until what the day beholds, but certainly for me, if you make yourself accountable, get out, and especially if you've found somewhere nice to run or somewhere different to run, it is just a wonderful experience. Plus, let's face it, it's going to be stinking hot today, and the chance of me staying motivated and hydrated enough by the end of the day to do the late afternoon run are a bit low, unless I do end very, very late. So sometimes you got to be realistic with what your options are and what you can do. Back past the dam again. Alright, on this little loop. The other way. And off I go again. I love it when cloud is getting the morning or evening sun. Just gives that bright pink and reds. And just so stunning. Well, the camera probably does it justice, but it's really pretty. Alright, on we go. The morning watchers, I'm not quite sure if they're cheering or not, or just going, man, that's a dumb ape. But I love cattle. They're such curious creatures. Anyway, off I go past them. I definitely wasn't expecting to see you on this road. There's not a fence post. Just sitting quietly. If there's more along there. If you can see this ahead, it's a little fox. It's actually just running towards me a little bit. Its partner just ran straight across the road before, but this one's sitting there. One of the baby ones just playing in the hedge just over here. There's obviously, in terms of cattle and livestock and things like that, no vermin, but they're pretty cute. Dropped into this little hidden valley. It's very cute. The bird sounds are really changing over from night to day, and all the day noises are starting to stir a little bit more. Probably won't pick that up on the mic, but it's that sense of the day really starting now. As I get hotter and sweaty, you really do get that sense of the day starting up now. That humidity is already hitting. I'm on a bit of walk. Unfortunately, my next little bit is back uphill. So, get a breath, take in some scenery, take in some water in a sec, and then hit the back half of this little workout. There's a sweaty mess wrap. It's done. Yes, I was hopefully accountable to myself, alone in the bank, bring on the next challenge in 2 weeks. Thanks for being there on this run. Hope you're enjoying the content. Like and subscribe. Sometimes I lose my carrot of speech at the end. And drop me a comment when you feel sometimes you're maybe putting a handbrake on something. Is it legitimate, or is it just feeling overwhelmed? And sometimes you don't know until how you respond the next day or the next moment. Take care. See you on the next one.